a senior application.
Good year?
Awesome
I
year.
mean, what's a good year? What does that mean? A good
Excellent year.
Means better than the year before. That's
Does
what
that
it
mean
means.
more passengers? Does that make a good year, or what makes a good year for the steamship? I mean, it is.
That's a good question,
isn't it?
That is. I
And
think
people want to know how you think about it.
a good year is few complaints, things running on time, and doing a better job than we did the year before. That's what a good year is, and I think we've done that
But our numbers are up.
slightly. Not as much as they would seem. They're up a little bit, but not a huge amount.
Like 5%?
Something like I think it's something like that.
Overall for the year,
Yep.
it's been a great year weather-wise.
Yep.
We had a terrific year. Not too many breakdowns, so that's what we're always want to be providing reliable service and know how it impacts the lives of residents on the island when we don't run or can't run because of bad weather. There's a good reason for that.
Exactly. We understand that. I think everybody deals with that when it comes up.
Yeah.
It's just something we all have to live with.
Part of living on an island, but we try to mitigate that as much
Now,
as
what
possible.
about the High Line and their new boat? How do you look at that now?
Well, when they came to us, we had to decide if we were going to build a second high-speed vessel or if we'd allow a licensed Highline to do it.
Yep.
And we felt that the best, it was needed during July and August. When you look at the numbers on a daily basis, in the morning coming from the mainland, there isn't enough capacity for the demand that's there. And so we felt that there was a need for an additional vessel and more trips, and so it did come down to whether or not the authority was going to invest in that additional vessel, or if we were going to let Highline do it. And when we did all of the analysis and everything, we thought that they provide year-round service, the high-speed service. It's very hard for them to, with their smaller boat, to be able to interchange their vessels in the off-season for the overhauls and the repairs that are required to keep the boats running on a year-round basis. When they had only one vessel, it was very hard to do, and when they got the second vessel, it was much smaller, but it helped. But now there's so much activity and traffic during the winter months with commuters and workers and laborers going back and forth.
Does it mean that you could decrease your fast ferry service in the off-season and let them kind of pick up the slack?
Not totally,
No.
but we still think that there's a demand for that, and then that gives them a chance to take their boats off in the off-season to have the repairs done that are needed.
I will say this, though, and I'm sure other people have noticed it, the amount of traffic at Ocean Street Dock since that boat came in, I was shocked. I couldn't move. Where for years it would be easy access in and out of there. They're going to have to make some adjustments, I'd say. That boat is 3 times the size of what they were carrying before. Is that right? Is that how big it is?
Except they're no longer running the traditional ferry,
I know.
which had a higher capacity, but it wasn't making as many
true.
trips.
That's true.
And there weren't a lot of people that were traveling on that because the high speed became more and more popular.
Now you're leaving us, huh?
At the end of June, next June.
Yeah.
But it will be 45 years.
Is that
at
right?
that starting
So
as
what are you going to do?
ticket seller. I don't know. That's the next phase of my life. I'm looking forward to it and spending more time with the family and
That's great.
visiting grandchildren, and they're all over the.
Who's going to
over
take
the
over
US.
for you?
Well, that's what the board's going to decide in the coming months, whether to try to promote from within or look from outside, and we've done that a couple of times, and so we have the experience of doing it both ways, and so it will be interesting to see how well the board discusses and deliberates over this and what they eventually decide to do. But I wanted to give them enough time to so that we could bring somebody in. The transition could be as smooth as possible, and even if it is somebody from within, then there's other positions that open up within the organization that people have to be trained in those other as people move up and take more responsibilities.
What about hiring this guy?
No, I'm not qualified for that.
No, I
No,
just
no, I'm doing.
he's valuable to us here. He does a great job. I know.
we're pleased with the arrival of the new vessel, the MV Woods Hole.
Right,
That was delivered in early June.
I saw that.
And it's
I
now
saw a picture.
operating on the Nantucket route now until through Columbus Day weekend. And it's coming back next June, and it's going to run all summer on this route in place of the Nantucket.
Oh, really?
So that it has great passenger amenities for those
Good to
on those
know.
days. And it's going to
Maybe
help
we could
with
do a
the truck.
tour.
Yeah.
You know, get on and do a little tour maybe this fall.
Yeah.
To get people understanding.
You
it
won't
more.
want to get off. You'll love it so much.
Seriously?
Yeah. No, it's
All
nice.
right,
It's
we'll
very
do it.
nice. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's good to see you guys.
We have a little video of
Oh,
the
you do?
construction.
Oh, you do?